Today I'm going to talk for a couple minutes about how to cue someone when they're going from a chair to a standing position and vice versa. Sometimes we see as people have different disease processes, particularly strokes, that it becomes a difficult thing to know how to safely stand up. And there are some things that you can tell them that will help that process. First of all, I want you to try something yourself just to see what I'm really talking about. If you're sitting back in a chair with your legs out like you would be when you're sitting, and then you try to stand up from that position, it's almost impossible because your feet are way out there. Even somebody who's young and strong can't really elevate that way. So you probably do this without even thinking about it, but I want you just to be aware of how that works. If you scoot out to the edge of the chair and you bring your feet back a little bit behind you, those are some things you can cue your person to do. And we like to say, get your nose over your toes. So as you're going to stand up, you're going to kind of roll forward. So let's do it even with a count. That helps the person get in the groove. So 1, 2, 3. And it's so much easier. One of the other things you can do is you can encourage them to put their hands on their knees like this and kind of push as they're going to stand up. That makes it easier also. If you're fortunate enough to be sitting on a chair with armrests, you can also have them push off the armrests as they go to stand. Let's also talk real quick about how you can cue a person when they're going to sit down. Sometimes people kind of lose their ability to tell where they are in space, and you don't want them to end up on the floor. So what you want to say as they're backing up, say, keep backing up until you feel the chair behind your legs. Question them, do you feel it there? And when they say yes, then you want to encourage them to reach back for the armrests and go to sit down. There are a couple things that you can do just to facilitate this whole process. If somebody is getting to the point that they're having trouble getting up out of chairs, you might need to firm up the cushions. One of the ways to do this would be to put a board under it, or you can elevate the chair by getting some of these, they're like special coasters that actually raise the chair a couple inches. You can also do this to a couch. There's a lot of products available that will raise the height of a toilet. I personally think this one is kind of more trouble than it's worth, but you can get kind of a base to put under your existing toilet. But if you're going to go to that trouble, you might as well just get an elevated toilet, which is a couple inches taller, makes it easier for people to stand from. If you don't have plumbing skills and can't afford to hire somebody, another thing you could do is just to get an elevated toilet seat. Some of them are about that tall, and they just attach in the back of the toilet to the hinges that are already there, and we'll raise it up a couple inches. Some of them even have built-in armrests, which make it easier, or you can put grab bars around the toilet. That'll help too.